What's going on, Terra Luna Classic community? I just wanted to get a few things off my chest. I wanted to talk to you about a few bits in this video, namely a Binance burn, a burn increase tax. Again, what's going on with a DAO and Washington Nationals? Why is no one talking about all of that? Well, we've got plenty to talk about in this video. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's get straight into it. So I've been talking recently about Terra Luna Classic's price and equally what we've got coming down. And there is so much kind of news and so much desire around the L1 team and the funding of that team. You can check that video out. I'll leave that in the description so you guys can have a look at it. But ultimately, what's going on with the price? And I hear a lot of my community talking about being frustrated with Terra Luna Classic. And I also hear a lot of people talking about the fact that Terra Luna Classic is done. Now, when we take a look at the price here at 12,164, we saw a massive capitulation in the market. About 2 hours ago, we saw a big sell-off on the news of CZ potentially being on the Interpol wanted list. We do know that that was all, false news, all created. Again, was it to spook the market? Was it a deliberate ploy out there? Well, it certainly right now feels that that could be the case. But when we take a look at Terra Luna Classic, well, what ultimately have we got coming down the road? What is making me still hold my Terra Luna Classic? Why are we not seeing huge amounts move and exit the ecosystem? Well, it starts ultimately with this. Binance burns 1.6 billion Terra Luna Classic tokens and the LUNC price jumps 3%. So again, Binance continuing to support that burn narrative of Terra Luna Classic, where they monthly are now burning once again the Terra Luna Classic. Now, it's all absolutely intrinsically linked to volume going through the Binance exchange, particularly on the USDT and the USDC pairing. Now, again, we know that they have burnt a significant amount, well over $1.6 million, but we do need to see volume both through their exchange, or we need to see other exchanges come on and support this. But again, they announced that they will do another burn on the next month. So again, can only be a positive thing right now from Binance. Now we can flip that on its head and talk about a proposal to increase the burn tax to 0.3. And we seem to every month drag up all news, talk about the burn tax, try and talk about increasing the burn tax. Fundamentally, we have to have volume. And I think that is the biggest thing right now is how do we generate volume onto the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem? How do we generate people to come and buy and interact with it? Rather than just, well, if we increase it from 0.2 to 0.3, is it significantly going to make that much difference when we're trying to get rid of 5.9 trillion coins? You can see here the general view is no. We've got 48% of people voting no, with only 11% of people voted yes. And if you have to have a vote where it feels like a struggle or that we're having to really shill a message, then it probably isn't the right thing for the community. What we do know, though, is a DAO automation potentially is coming. Terra's no-code solution management of a DAO is ready with its latest release following a complete contact audit by A1 firm FYEO. Luna Classic community can set up a minimum staking requirement, distribution rewards to stakers, and elect an emergency council using this tool. The launch of the DAO management tool on LUNC strengthens the bullish case for Luna Classic's recovery. And these are the things we need to see build out. Fundamentally, reasons why people are going to go and use the ecosystem, why people are going to use our blockchain. Then he's going to burn Luna Classic. It creates awareness of how quick, cheap, and effective the Luna Classic blockchain can be, as opposed to arguing particularly about what our burn rate should or shouldn't be. Ultimately, we are again seeing things like this DAO automation, people talking once again about Luna Classic. We're seeing people start to talk about investing into Luna Classic. We're seeing things about Binance. These are all good things that ultimately support the intrinsic value of the price and why we need to push up. Now, what we need to be talking about are things like this. Terra Luna partnered up with Washington Nationals. Now, ultimately, this was pre the collapse back in February this year that we partnered up with the baseball team, the Washington Nationals. Is this still a thing? Is this deal still there? Is Duck One still able to bring this? These are the things, in my opinion, that absolutely are important to both the Terra Luna Classic survival, thrive, and ecosystem as a whole. Now, remember, this is going back a few months, but it says the Washington Nationals baseball team displayed Terra Luna's banner in the stadium on MLB opening day. Despite the collapse of Terra Luna's native token and stablecoin, the partnership with the Washington National continues to hold firm. Terra Luna pledged $38.2 million in USD over 5 years to win the Washington Nationals partnership just months before its native token and stablecoin collapse. Again, these are the things that we need to be talking about. These are the things where we see in things like crypto.com supporting both sporting events to get the word out there. And again, why? Because the blockchain is fast, the blockchain is cheap, and the blockchain has a ton of potential that right now we need to unlock and really make sure people are aware of what we are doing with Terra Luna Classic. Finally, you see here, we are starting to move our volume around 50.3 million. Again, we need to be seeing 100, 200, $500 million worth of volume to really make those Binance burns work, to really make on-chain burn work. Again, $719 million is the market cap. Still a good amount when you compare it to other top 100 cryptocurrency projects out there, but the name needs to be imprinted on everyone's mind. We need to share videos like this, as well as every other YouTuber talking about Terra Luna Classic. There is still a ton of potential with Terra Luna Classic. For me, aligned, streamlined. I've talked about this for months, that let's forget about increasing a burn tax, reducing a burn tax. What 0.2 is what we've got. We know that when we try and do things with burns, it tends to piss people off. And I think that's where we need to just really focus on what we want to do. Bring volume to the network. Let people know exactly what Terra Luna Classic is all about. Let people know the enhancements and developments we've done on this blockchain to make it as secure and safe as humanly possible. And that, for me, the fundamentals of Terra Luna Classic and what we ultimately should be pushing. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Do you think Luna Classic is done? Do you think we're flogging a dead horse? Or do you think this is about awareness? Do you think this is about culture? And do you think it's about people knowing exactly what they're missing out on with Terra Luna Classic? As ever, thank you so much for watching the video. We'll keep you up to date always with the latest in Terra Luna Classic, as well as the wider cryptocurrency market. So be sure to turn the notification bell on so you know when we go live or upload our latest content, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.